from Gujarat, from the Sabarmati jail to Prayagraj in Uttar Pradesh. And every second of that journey was tracked closely, as once again the focus was on Yogi's corpse. The opposition firing one jibe after another, saying that this is a scene that's going to play out as an encounter against Atiq Ahmed. He himself voiced the same sentiment, saying, "I'm fearful for my life." So is there merit? Is it warranted to actually accuse the Yogi government of encounter Raj, or is it a stretch of the opposition's imagination? Let's get you all the details first.
A dramatic journey from Sabarmati jail in Gujarat to Uttar Pradesh's Prayagraj. Driving through the dusty roads of Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and finally Uttar Pradesh, this fortified four-vehicle convoy with 20 armed cops transported dreaded gangster and Don Atiq Ahmed. Uttar Pradesh police, who took custody of the former SP MP on Sunday evening, undertook an arduous journey through 4 states to bring him to Prayagraj.
अतीक अहमद बाहर आ चुका है। अतीक अहमद की ये पहली तस्वीरें आप देख सकते हैं। अतीक अहमद इस वक्त बाहर आ चुका है, जेल के बाहर, साबरमती सेंट्रल जेल के बाहर।
कोटा शहर पहुंच चुका है अतीक अहमद को लेकर यूपी पुलिस का काफिला। ये आप पीछे देख सकते हैं मेरे, यही वो वैन है जिसमें अतीक अहमद सवार है।
The UP cops driving down a gangster brought back memories of the Vikas Dubey encounter case when Dubey was shot dead after his vehicle overturned and he allegedly tried to escape. And that's what prompted Atiq Ahmed to tell India Today he feared for his life. The encounter word was repeated over and over again by Atiq Ahmed's family as well.
एनकाउंटर का खतरा है। दोनों भाई अशरफ को भी ला रहे हैं, विधायक जी को भी बरेली से ला रहे हैं।
SP Chief Akhilesh Yadav also took a Gadi Paltegi taunt at the Yogi Sarkar, which the state government immediately shot down.
पता नहीं उनको पहले मुख्यमंत्री जी ने फोन करके बता दिया होगा कि इस जगह पर गाड़ी पलटा देंगे। और मैंने उस समय भी कहा था कि जिस समय आप गूगल से और अमेरिका से मदद ले लोगे, आपको पता लग जाएगा कि किस समय गाड़ी पलटी है और किसने पलटाई है।
ये माननीय न्यायालय का मामला है और माननीय न्यायालय जो भी आदेश देगा उसका अनुपालन कराना हमारा धर्म है। सभी मामले, दोनों मामले माननीय न्यायालय के ही आदेश पर लाए जा रहे हैं।
Amid the encounter politics, the UP cops ensured Atiq was brought safely to Prayagraj for his court appearance tomorrow in the Umesh Pal case.
इनके साथ सिंपैथिक ना करे कि हाँ उनको यानी सजा ना दे, कारावास ना दे। मैं चाह रही हूँ कि उन्हें फांसी की सजा मिले।
मुख्यमंत्री जी से, शासन से, पुलिस प्रशासन से कि अगर इसकी मौत हो जाएगी तब मुझे तसल्ली मिलेगा। इसलिए जैसे मेरे बेटे का मर्डर किया है वैसे इसका भी होना चाहिए।
Atiq Ahmed will be lodged at the Naini jail in Prayagraj. And as per sources, he will be kept in isolation in a high-security barrack. His cell will have a CCTV camera. Specially picked jail staff wearing body cameras will keep a sharp eye on the Don. Prayagraj jail office and jail headquarters will monitor the prison around the clock through a video wall. The UP government is cracking the whip on Atiq Ahmed and his aides ever since Chief Minister Yogi took an oath in Parliament to wipe mafia.
जिस अतीक अहमद के खिलाफ पीड़ित परिवारों ने मुकदमा दर्ज कराया, उसके परिवार के खिलाफ, वह समाजवादी पार्टी के द्वारा पोषित माफिया है और उसकी कमर को तोड़ने का काम हमारी सरकार ने किया है। और फिर मैं कहता हूं इसे इस माफिया को मिट्टी में मिला देंगे। सरकार किसी है, सरकार किसी है, गफलत में हो, ये माफिया है, इनको मिट्टी में मिलाने का काम करेंगे। अपराधी आप लोग हैं, अपराधी को भी दूर करना है।
Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's open this up. Joining me in this edition of To The Point, we have Ghanshyam Tiwari, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Mr. Vikram Singh, former DGP of Uttar Pradesh. Joining us shortly will also be Dr. Kaushal Mishra, spokesperson of the Uttar Pradesh BJP. Mr. Ghanshyam Tiwari, I'd like to come across to you first. There were several comments made in the last few hours by the Samajwadi Party suggesting that there will be an encounter of Atiq Ahmed. Amid all of this fear-mongering, now it's emerged that he's safe and sound in Prayagraj jail. So are you willing to withdraw all of those comments like Gaadi palat sakte hai, etc.?
Good evening to you, the viewers and my fellow co-panelists. The numaish and tamasha of crime control by Dhongi Sarkar is visible in this scenario when the entire media attention is brought down after a sensational crime was enacted in Prayagraj. And the fingers that were pointed were included that on the sitting minister who already has several criminal charges in his own affidavit. Has that minister resigned? Has Mr. Gopal Nandi resigned? Is he going to be questioned in front of Atiq Ahmed, given that there are accusations of 5 crore that are put on him by the criminals' relatives? That's point one. Second is that a government that has been accused of fake encounters, has the infamy of the highest number of custodial deaths, can take out bulldozer to crack on journalists, on press, on social activists, and uses law as a diktat, and has turned the police into an atrocious setup where a mother and daughter were burnt alive in a bulldozer action. Such a government should always be held accountable. So we will not back down on any charges of atrocity and lawlessness that is prompted by this government. And my final point is, if a government that has over 100 MLAs who have criminal charges as per their own affidavit in UP Assembly alone, and over 100 members of parliament who have criminal charges, that is BJP in the current Lok Sabha, if that government says that they are tough against crime, it is sham and it is a joke.
Okay, Ghanshyam Tiwari, stay on with us. Let me bring in Mr. Vikram Singh as well. Do you agree, sir, with what Ghanshyam Tiwari has said about Yogi Adityanath's police force, about custodial torture, about encounters, crime rates, all of that going up in the state?
I'm so sorry. It is my painful duty to contradict my learned friend, Mr. Ghanshyam Tiwari ji. Sweeping generalizations and vague allegations do not substantiate a charge. And if there is any substance or merit in the use of the bulldozer or misuse of the bulldozer, I don't think anybody has gone to the court to ask for penal action against the police party or the party of the administration that went for the bulldozer. 2, the bizarre allegations made by Mr. Akhilesh Yadav in saying the CM must have phoned up and will phone up where the vehicle will turn turtle. I have never heard anything as absurd as that. Then guiding the police and also telling them, which I feel is a disguised warning to say that we all know and retrieve the data from the aerial reconnaissance and the Google Maps and satellite imagery. Make no mistake about it, gentlemen, that the police today is not the police that only wielded the danda. We have IIT and IIM toppers who are fully versed with what is cyber security, what is data retrieval, and what is satellite imagery and aerial reconnaissance. We are fully aware of facial recognition software and all that. Therefore, please don't raise a finger. Let him cast the first stone who has not sinned before. My last point. And those who withdraw cases from anti-national elements, those who fate and curry favor with anti-national elements and withdraw the cases, and then they are castigated by the High Court. So why are you just withdrawing the cases? Send their names for the Padma Vibhushan also. They have no right to accuse the government or the police in this manner.
Okay, I'd like to also introduce right now Dr. Kaushal Mishra, spokesperson of the Uttar Pradesh BJP. Dr. Mishra, Ghanshyam Tiwari of the Samajwadi Party is saying that under Yogi Adityanath, the police force has run riot. That you see bulldozer Raj, you see encounter Raj, all of that becoming the focus. What's your response to that?
During the Ghanshyam Tiwari's government, means Sapa government, we have seen there was a Gunda Raj. There was a time when the Atiq Ahmed is coming on the election munch and he brings his own dog and the Honorable Chief Minister is shaking hand with that dog. This was the status of Atiq Ahmed during the time of so-called Samajwadi Party government. And if we see this Raju Pal case is pending for last 18 years, what is the opposition was doing? They are just here doing the politics, nothing else. They don't have any other issue, and they have fallen to such a level. Now they are standing for an accused person, a criminal, hardcore criminal.
No, but how are they standing for him?
What? I am unable to listen.
How are you saying, sir, that they're standing for him?
They
are standing for him. How are you saying that?
They are standing, obviously, Mr. Akhilesh Yadav doing the press conference, and their statement is that the gaadi palat jayegi, Mukhyamantri ji ne bataya. What it is? It is a sheer politics. How
are you saying, Dr. Mishra, how are you saying it's just politics? Because let's face it, that in Uttar Pradesh there has been a spike in encounters. There have been more than 10,000 police encounters in the last 6 years under Yogi Adityanath.
Because they are running the state government on the basis of one gunda in one district. And right now the government is running one product, one district. This is the problem. They are running the gunda raj. They are controlling the whole district with the gundas. And you have seen during the last election, you have seen Mr. Akhilesh Yadav was saying to the police officer, police, oh police. And the policeman, IG of the police is sitting under his feet. What was the status of police? What was the status of police when Atiq Ahmed kept one IPS officer in front of him by standing his, erecting his both the hand? What was the status of police at that time? The reason
let Ghanshyam Tiwari respond.
They are just taking the shelter from Gunda and controlling the whole government. And the police was on the back foot.
Ghanshyam Tiwari, your response to the BJP saying that the SP ran a Gunda Sarkar, that you shielded the likes of Atiq Ahmed, you let him become the man he is, the gangster, the don.
It's one statement. It is not me. It's not me. But their own supporter says, "Jis gaadi mein baitha laga ho sapa ka jhanda, usme baitha gunda." This is not my statement. This is from their own ally. So
okay, Dr. Mishra, let Ghanshyam Tiwari respond now. Go ahead, Mr. Tiwari.
Three quick points. In March 2018, the Times of India published an article that says that Atiq Ahmed will be the Hanuman of BJP in the Phulpur bypolls while he was still in jail in Uttar Pradesh alone. BJP can make Atiq Ahmed their Hanuman, and then they can turn him into a mafia that would be paraded in front of media in a 1,000-kilometer journey. That is BJP, where everything is a propaganda. The minister who's accused by Atiq's family, the cases against him as per his own affidavit, 13 serious IPC cases, total 7 cases, other 9 IPC cases, 419 IPC, 420, 467, 468, 471, 504, 506, 147. He's a sitting minister. 44% as per ADR report, 44% sitting cabinet ministers have criminal charges as per their own affidavit. The chief minister carried a serious criminal charge on him for 20 years. The deputy chief minister carried serious criminal charge as serious as relating to murder for a decade. The
but Ghanshyam Tiwari, can your party afford to preach on this? Can your party afford to preach along these lines? Absolutely. The SP also has this notorious reputation.
Absolutely. Tell me which party in the country gave a chief minister who has an attempt to murder charge on him? Tell me which party in the country gave a parliament, have 100 members of parliament, over 100 members of parliament who have criminal charges on them. Which party gave this infamy to the country? Or the current BJP has over 116, I believe, members of Legislative Assembly with criminal charges. The point is very simple, that BJP can do a tamasha, a pakhand of crime control, but the reality is they have armed the police. And to the learned former DGP, I must say that he would have followed the news of the court directing charges against UP cops for fake encounter of Agnipath aspirant in Agra, where the mother has bravely fought the fake charges of encounter of their eldest son,
you also declared the Vikas Dubey case as an encounter, as a fake encounter. That was something that was ruled out by the Justice Chauhan panel report.
Anyone with a basic common sense can see through what Vikas Dubey case is. And if the learned former DJP can say that he fundamentally believes that Vikas Dubey case was a true encounter, I will salute him. Let him say on camera that he fundamentally believes that Vikas Dubey case was a true encounter. Anybody with basic common sense can
Mr. Vikram Singh, would you like to respond to that?
I was unable to. To the first point, I would say that the Agniveer case is now under inquiry of the thousands of police encounters that are taking place, in which 15 police personnel have given the supreme sacrifice. One, as per the mandate of law, that they will be investigated. If there's a complaint, well, so be it. There's a complaint and it's being investigated. But a single swallow does not a spring make. A single incident cannot be the brand ambassador of all the valiant act done by the UP police by giving the supreme sacrifice and giving a sense of security to the people.
No, but sir, what's your response to the Vikas Dubey question?
Let me tell you, just 15 seconds, please. On the honorable instructions of the Honorable Supreme Court, a commission was formed under the chairmanship of Justice Chauhan, a former retired judge of the Supreme Court, and Mr. K.L. Gupta, former DGP. That committee found absolute that there was nothing hanky-panky and there was no merit in the allegations that it was a fake encounter. Now, I have no reason to disbelieve what the committee duly constituted by the Honorable Supreme Court, because I believe the Supreme Court is supreme, and what they say and what they have done, we hold them in the highest of esteem. The United Nations and the Security Council will not come and inquire us. Our Supreme Court is supreme as far as we are concerned.
Okay, Mr. Vikram Singh. Let me bring in Dr. Mishra. I'm not sure if you were able to hear the discussion so far, Dr. Mishra, but let me just, for your sake, also repeat what, in fact, Ghanshyam Tiwari has said. His point is that the UP police has been over-empowered, so much so that now they're going ahead and calling the shots, and that's why they've gone rogue in Uttar Pradesh.
Unfortunately, I am unable to hear your voice clearly, so I could not understand. Can you repeat your question? There is some problem in voice.
Okay, Dr. Mishra, if you can hear me clearly, Ghanshyam Tiwari is saying that the UP cops are over-empowered and they're running rogue.
Sorry, please, can you repeat? I don't know what is happening.
Give me a few minutes. We'll reconnect with you. We'll fix that so that you can be a part of this discussion. But Ghanshyam Tiwari, there will be a question asked here. You know, when you go ahead and raise these questions of the UP police, the reality is that today you have the likes of Atiq Ahmed being transported these many kilometers, and all the while when we spoke to him, he kept saying he's scared. That kind of fear in a gangster, for that matter, a fear of the rule of law, is something that the BJP says has been brought in by Yogi Adityanath, that before this, that never existed.
Well, with a media playing this for hours and hours together at a national level, this is not transporting. This is parading.
Not? One second, Ghanshyam Tiwari, you keep questioning why the media is doing this. He is a dreaded gangster who's been moved from one jail to another. So what's wrong with covering it?
The point is, this BJP made him contest, as per the Times of India article, elections from parliamentary elections on a seat vacated by the current Deputy Chief Minister while he was in jail in Uttar Pradesh. And then he is lodged in Gujarat, which is not outside India. It's a secure state, the home state of the Prime Minister himself. And he is not transported, he is paraded. The question is, why is this parade? That this police in Uttar Pradesh, the charges are against the minister. Has anybody questioned the minister? This is a blatant charge of 5 crore rupees. The minister is not a saint. As per his own affidavit, he has serious criminal charges. His track record speaks for themselves.
The BJP is alleging that Atiq Ahmed has become the man he is today, the gangster, because of the Samajwadi Party. They're talking about pictures in which Atiq Ahmed is seen with Akhilesh Yadav, with senior SP leaders.
Did Samajwadi Party project him as Hanuman in the 2018 Phulpur election? The BJP is a party that believes in propaganda, and they believe that their propaganda will ensure that people are distracted from the atrocities of police. They are distracted from the fake encounters. They are distracted from custodial deaths. The problem is that an average person can cheer this news till this kind of atrocity reaches their own home. For example, recently, the case covered by multiple media channels, where in Muradabad, a girl committed suicide. Her parents went to the police twice, and the police first abused them, and next they threatened to put cases on them. Eventually, the girl committed suicide and wrote a suicide note saying, "Do you now believe me?" This is what happens when you make police the judge and executioner together. They have a gun in their hand. They have no accountability. There's a media tamasha created on every such issue, wherein no one is questioning that what is the need for this media tamasha. Did the media cover him going from Uttar Pradesh to Gujarat?
No,
the media has to cover him. that the media has to cover him in India.
What is your grouse against media covering him being brought from Gujarat to Uttar Pradesh? What is your grouse against that, Ghanshyam Tiwari?
Point is, what is this tamasha that media has to cover somebody who's a criminal standing behind a police cavalcade peeing on the street? What is this frenzy?
Let me explain to you, Ghanshyam Tiwari. Let me explain to you that this is not a frenzy. It's not a fan frenzy. It's quite the other way around. That a dreaded gangster is being transported to a jail, and that's what we're covering.
We have a person who's accused, the case is still pending, who's accused of Bambaji, where people died. She's a member of parliament. That is militant grade person. And we are saying that it is fine that for 24 hours and 48 hours, a sensational crime that has happened in Prayagraj, that was a failure of Yogi administration.
No, wait.
Why is that? Why does that failure happen?
One second. You're comparing two completely non-related issues. You're comparing two completely non-related issues, and we're digressing because of that. But no, because I'm running out of time, I want to give the last word to Mr. Vikram Singh. Mr. Vikram Singh, do you believe that the Uttar Pradesh police in this case have been taking the right steps, or do you believe that they've not moved forward with the investigation as expected or as anticipated?
The UP police have behaved in an exemplary fashion and have lived up to the reputation of being very, very professional and being committed to the rule of law. 2 accused shot dead in encounters and 2 arrested and hot pursuit and declaration of rewards on Asad of 5 lakhs and Shaista Begum of 25,000. I think they are in hot pursuit, and I'm sure not a single case of an absconding accused is there in the history of UP police, starting from Sultana in the early 20s till date, has escaped the UP police dragnet, and there is no escape also for Shaista Begum, Asad and all the other accused.
Okay, so Mr. Vikram Singh saying very clearly right now that the handling of this case, according to him, based on his expertise, is also very well handled. But I want to give one final chance to Dr. Mishra of the BJP. Unfortunately, sir, we lost you briefly there. I want to give you a chance quickly to respond to the Samajwadi Party. And the question that I was asking earlier, hopefully you can hear me loud and clear now. They are asking whether the UP police is over-empowered, whether they're being allowed to run rogue, run riot, become the judge and the executioner.
Actually, UP police got first time the real power of the constitution and real power, legal power, and that is working as per law. Mr. VK Singh is already sitting here, and he is already given their own opinion. So you can understand the opposition is just doing the politics. According to them, the Gunda Raj is the real law. Now this is the Kanun law, and they are not ready to follow that, and that is why Mr. Akhilesh Yadav is doing the press conference for Atiq Ahmed, and they are saying that gaadi gir jayegi, ye Mukhyamantri ne bata diya. This is not my statement. It is
no, but how is that? But how is that for Atiq? If Akhilesh Yadav says that we cannot allow an encounter, a fake encounter to happen, how is that for Atiq?
Okay. I am asking, there are multiple times encounter has happened. There is no politics on those encounters, but since this particular Yogi government is doing the proper legal action against all the criminals, now they are saying the fake encounter. There is encounter. There is the way of police of working. When some criminal is firing on them, what the police should do? It is a legally valid encounter. If the Samajwadi Party and Akhilesh Yadav have guts, they can move to the court and they prove that these are the fake encounter. It is a total legal process. Okay. Everything on the ground, so they can move anytime. But actually, they are not doing the same thing. They are just doing the politics. They don't have anything to say on the UP government rule of law. You have seen so many criminals. Now the criminal are afraid of the police. There was a time when the police were afraid of the criminal. That is what the rule of law at the time of Sabarmati Party. But
yeah, I've run out of time. Dr. Mishra, thank you for joining us. I'd like to thank Mr. Vikram Singh. Thank you, Ghanshyam Tiwari, as well. We'll leave it to our viewers to decide whether comments like Gaadi Paltegi is warranted when it comes to Uttar Pradesh, or a stretch and the opposition trying to politicize an issue. Either way, we are tracking the story very, very closely. Thank you for tuning in.
armed with facts. She takes the news by its horns.
Do you think the future of these students are not hampered?
Fierce, bold and direct, setting the tone for the biggest stories from every corner and every angle. Expect nothing but the unfiltered truth.
News first, niceties later. Watch me, Nabila Jamal, on India Today.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
Make the question 100% clear. You're talking about the Indian team, I suppose.
I think we just picked at the right time. We always had that belief.
आपके पास flamboyance थी.
हम आपके आभारी हैं.
Tell me honestly, between yesterday and now, have you cried? Oh, come on, Kapil.
Aji.
एक सपनों का वर्ल्ड कप जो पूरे देश का है.
यही पर तो जहां सजा गया था इसी
वानखेड़े स्टेडियम पे फाइनल है. कैन यू इमेजिन तुम्हारे हाथ में वो वर्ल्ड कप की ट्रॉफी होगी.
चलो शुरू करें फिर. पीछे चलें, याद करें.
Presented by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, Growing Legacies. Co-presented by Century Ply, आग से बचाए. Co-presented by Macho Hand, बड़े आराम से. Co-powered by Aditya Birla Sun Life Insurance, इससे जरूरी कुछ भी नहीं.
The all-new Hyundai Verna, futuristic, ferocious.
Good evening and welcome. You're watching the news track. I'm Rahul Kamal. Why has Rahul Gandhi not gone to the higher courts so far? In the Pawan Khera case, the Congress rushed its legal battery to the courts at the earliest possible. Days have lapsed. No sign of the Congress moving the courts just yet against Rahul Gandhi's conviction. The question is the Congress trying to play the martyr card? And the more prominence Rahul Gandhi gets, does it actually help the BJP? We'll try and explain why. All that and more coming up on the News Track tonight.
Disqualified Rahul to lose government bungalow. Congress goes on the offensive. Protest in Parliament and on the streets. Rahul disqualification dangal. Big focus on News Track.
Here's a quick look at the headlines I'm tracking tonight. After disqualification, Rahul Gandhi asked to vacate his 12 Tughlaq Lane bungalow. 22nd April is the deadline for the former Congress MP. Storm over Rahul's Savarkar comment. Congress ally Uddhav Thackeray sees red, says won't tolerate insult. Corruption accused Karnataka BJP MLA Virupakshappa arrested. His son was caught accepting a bribe of 40 lakh rupees. Quota war rages in the state of war. Karnataka former Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa's house attacked by members of the Banjara community in Shivamogga. Bilkis rape convict seen sharing stage with BJP MP and MLA during an event. Supreme Court sends a notice to the Gujarat government and the centre on the remission to rapists. The political dangle over Rahul Gandhi's disqualification is getting bigger. The former